All right, let's jump right into a real-life ecological mystery. It's a story about a really painful illness that's been hitting one of Australia's most amazing predators. And, well, the incredible scientific detective work that it took to figure out what was going on. So here's the situation. We've got this mysterious, really severe skin disease that's basically stalking one of Australia's top marsupial carnivores. And a team of scientists in Australia, they're our lead investigators, and they are determined to find the culprit. So, first things first, who is the victim in all of this? Well, it's the spotted-tailed quoll, a really unique Australian animal that's facing a strange and very serious new threat. Okay, so let me introduce you to the spotted-tailed quoll. This animal is a big deal. It's mainland Australia's largest carnivorous marsupial. As a top predator, it plays a vital role in its ecosystem. But here's the thing, its populations are already in decline, it's listed as vulnerable, so any new threat is a major, major concern for its survival. And this threat is a big one. In a 2005 study, a staggering 87.5% of the trapped quolls, that's 28 out of 32 animals, were suffering from this severe mange-like skin disease. I mean, this wasn't just a minor issue, it was a full-blown epidemic. And the symptoms were just brutal. We're talking severe hair loss, inflamed skin covered in these thick, deep crusts, and you could see that the poor things were just constantly scratching themselves, leading to even more injury. This was a truly awful, debilitating illness. Okay, with a problem this widespread and this severe, you know the researchers had to step in. So out in the Tugelo State Forest of New South Wales, they launched a formal investigation to pinpoint the exact cause of all this suffering. And they really did treat this like a forensic investigation. I mean, their methods were classic detective work. They humanely trapped the animals, collected every bit of evidence they could find, we're talking parasites living right on the skin, and then they took a biopsy, a small skin sample, for analysis back at the lab. And you know what? That evidence collection started to turn up a whole lot of potential culprits. When they looked at the quolls, they found them crawling with all sorts of parasites. It was time to line up the usual and some unusual suspects. So the haul was pretty incredible. They found 2 species of ticks, a couple types of mites, and, get this, a whopping 5 different species of adult fleas. Any one of these, or maybe a combination of them, could have been causing the skin irritation and inflammation the quolls were going through. And that's the classic mystery, isn't it? You've got a room full of suspects. Is it one major bad guy causing all this damage, or is this some kind of parasitic conspiracy? To figure that out, they had to go deeper, from the surface of the skin to deep inside it. All right, so now we're heading to the lab. That little piece of skin, the biopsy from that affected quoll, was about to become the key piece of evidence, the microscopic smoking gun that would crack this case wide open. Now, the key technique here is called histology. And really, you can just think of it as forensic analysis for biological tissue. You slice the sample incredibly thin, put it under a microscope, and you get to see exactly what's happening at a cellular level. It's like getting a secret window into the crime while it's in progress. And what they saw, wow, it was a total disaster zone. Compared to healthy skin, the diseased samples showed thickened, damaged outer layers, and the tissue was just flooded with inflammatory cells. It was clear the quoll's body was fighting something inside the skin, trying to wall off these foreign bodies. And then they saw it. I'm quoting directly from the research paper here. Uropsylla tasmanica larvae were observed encapsulated by collagenous fibrous tissue. And boom, there it is, the smoking gun. Embedded deep in the skin, surrounded by scar tissue from the immune response, were the larvae of a specific flea, Uropsylla tasmanica. It wasn't just adult parasites on the skin. Something was living inside it. With this critical piece of evidence, the full story of the quoll's suffering could finally be pieced together. The mystery was about to be solved. The final verdict was that this was a combined assault. Yeah, the ticks, mites, and other adult fleas were certainly causing irritation, but the primary driver, the ringleader of this severe mange-like condition, was that one species whose larvae they found burrowed deep in the skin. So what makes this flea so devastating is its life cycle. It's the only one known to live entirely on its host. Its larvae are endoparasitic, which just means they live inside the quoll. They hatch, burrow into the skin, and then use these specialized spines to anchor themselves in place, which is what triggers that massive immune response we saw under the microscope. But here's the really tragic part. The quall's own biology makes it a perfect victim. It lives a short, high-stress life, which can suppress its immune system. And this weakness allows the infestation to get really severe, creating this awful, vicious cycle of stress, sickness, and even more injury. You know, this case is such a powerful reminder that the biggest threats to wildlife aren't always the ones we see. Sometimes the most devastating battles are microscopic, playing out completely unseen, just under the skin. And it leaves us with a truly challenging question to think about.